Welcome to the President's Diary, where we take a look at His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali's week of activities. His Excellency started this week by attending the memorial service for the 5 soldiers who tragically lost their lives in a helicopter crash in December 2023. The 5 men were Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, Colonel Michael Shahood, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Welcome, Staff Sergeant Jason Khan, and Brigadier Retired Gary Beaton. The President said the fallen soldiers were on a mission to exercise the oath of office in protecting every square inch of Guyana, and by extension, every Guyanese.
These 5 heroes were more than just members of the Guyana Defense Force. They were fathers, husbands, brothers, and sons who dedicated their lives to a cause greater than themselves. And that is the first reminder I want to give to all of us, that as we recognize their contribution to our country, we must not forget that they were fathers, they were husbands, they were brothers, and they were sons. And that is why we pay enormous tribute to the families. We celebrate you, we uplift you, and we acknowledge you.
On Sunday afternoon, the President pledged the government's continued support to the development of the game of chess in Guyana. His pledge was made during the one-day President's Cup Independence Day chess tournament at State House. On Monday, the government of Guyana announced it will be collaborating with the National Forensic Sciences University, NFSU, and the government of India to train and equip officers of the Guyana Police Force. Members of the GDF will receive training in investigative techniques, forensic science, cybersecurity, and forensic psychology. Irfaan Ali met with Professor Asha Srivastava, Professor and Dean of the School of Behavioral Forensics, Dr. Vishal Parmar, and Dr. Amit Tilang, High Commissioner of India. Later that evening, the President gave the feature address at the opening of the One Guyana Christmas Village and supermarket on Main Street. In his address, President Ali highlighted the unique nature of Guyanese Christmas celebrations, describing them as more colorful, more cheerful, and distinct from celebrations in other parts of the world. He also called on Guyanese to reflect on the hardships faced by children and women worldwide, particularly in conflict zones such as Palestine and Ukraine.
We cannot help but remember also that we live in a world in which children and women are suffering, be it in places of war, in places of conflict. And we want as a nation to remember all the children and women especially, whether in Palestine, whether in Ukraine, wherever they are and they're suffering. I ask all of us to reflect on their lives and in our hearts say a silent prayer for them, so that they too will experience peace and they too will enjoy peace, especially during this period when the world comes together in celebration, when the world comes together in unification, and a common bond of that celebration and unification is peace. As a country, we will and must continue to do our part to propagate peace wherever it is needed, to support peace and to support every effort that will bring about a peaceful world and peaceful society.
On Thursday, President Irfaan Ali engaged with the Guyanese diaspora in Miami, Florida. The evening was characterized by insightful discussions and a collective enthusiasm for the future of Guyana. His Excellency President Dr. Irfaan Ali visited the United States Southern Command, where discussions centered on defense and security cooperation. The President was accompanied by National Security Advisor Captain Jerry Govaya, Chief of Defense Staff Brigadier Omar Khan, Director of the National Intelligence and Security Agency Colonel Shelton Howell, and Guyana's defense attaché to the U.S. Colonel Julius Skeet. On Thursday evening, the head of state received the prestigious Wilson Award from the Wilson Center for his unwavering dedication to climate change and biodiversity. While delivering the feature address, the head of state emphasized the importance of leaders uniting to craft common policies to address global climate challenges, underscoring the need for a shared vision and collaboration.
We live in a region, and I'm from a country where we have the highest biodiversity density in the world. We live in a world also in which we have lost more than 60% of our biodiversity. We have managed to keep our biodiversity intact, and that is remarkable. However, as much as we have been able to keep this intact, as well as the forests, we also recognize the fact that there must be an economic model to support the biodiversity and the standing forests that we're keeping alive. And that economic model must be able to put a value on these important global assets, and a proper pricing mechanism and market mechanism must be developed to value these assets.
On Friday afternoon, President Ali hosted dinner for hinterland scholarship students attending schools in Georgetown. Following this, the president presented the prestigious trophy, medals, and a prize of US $500,000 to the champions of the Global Super League 2024. The Bangladesh franchise, the Rangpur Riders, outplayed Cricket Victoria and was crowned the new champions. This was the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. Irfaan Ali's week of activities. Thank you for watching, and do join us again next time.